I'm coming in here to beat his ass. He gonna come, he gonna be tough, strong, but I'm coming to whoop his ass. I stand by that. I stand by that. I'm fucking him up. Yeah. I'm fucking him.
This is what you guys need. This is what boxing needs. This is why we're here. We're here to take over. Now we got this lightweight coming up to super lightweight to come over here and dethrone the champ.
Things went completely sideways when Stevenson totally lost it and threw that punch at Teofimo Lopez during their crazy press conference face-off. The trash talk had been building and building until Stevenson just snapped under all that pressure. Lopez stayed ice cold the entire time, but man, you could cut the tension with a knife. This wild moment exposed how Stevenson can't keep himself in check and was straight up disrespectful. Meanwhile, it proved Lopez has nerves of steel. Watching that whole thing go down, it's pretty obvious who's got their head on straight.
I talk about, shut me up.
Shakur,
shut me up.
Real quick, Shakur.
I'm right here, shut me up. Shut me up.
Lopez breaks down his strategy with scary confidence that'll make your skin crawl. The dude's already planning 5 moves ahead, laying out exactly how he's gonna run the show from round 1. Stevenson can pull all the flashy tricks and dirty moves he wants, but Lopez gets what actually wins fights. The way he talks about pace control, energy management, and outright boxing IQ proves he's locked and loaded for this lightweight battle, still proving he's a legitimate threat that nobody should sleep on.
It really is, if you look for the knockout, you won't get it. You know, I think really it's just all about setting the good pace early in the beginning rounds and then going from there, setting that tone. I think that I don't see him going those 12 rounds. This is his first time.
Duke McKenzie was absolutely floored watching Stevenson have that complete meltdown during the press conference chaos. Look, people can debate Stevenson's skills all day long, but this explosion showed something way darker. Zero respect and impulse control that's got everyone questioning if he can handle the big stage. Lopez never even flinched through all that madness, cementing his status as a stone-cold pro who won't let psychological warfare mess with his focus. The whole mess perfectly highlighted how these two fighters think completely differently going into their big clash.
I don't think he's world class. He's not really my cup of tea. I mean, I don't look at boxing probably the way you do or most sort of fans do. I look at it.
Simon Jordan nailed it when he said controversy and boundary pushing have always been part of boxing culture, but Stevenson's public smack crossed into completely uncharted territory. We're not talking about regular verbal warfare or minor pushing matches here. This was straight up physical disrespect happening with cameras rolling everywhere. Lopez showed incredible self-restraint, demonstrating that mental control counts just as much as throwing leather. From weekend warriors to hardcore analysts, everyone sees this as a defining moment that shaped the entire promotion and revealed Stevenson's scary lack of discipline.
And he smashed an egg in his face. I mean, how many times have we seen boxers do things that they shouldn't do? You know, we saw Derek Chisora spit on Vitaly Klitschko.
We didn't need that.
I'm not offended by it.
That smack divided boxing Twitter immediately and brutally. Half the people screamed it was completely classless and way over the line. The other half had to confess it pumped up the hype and excitement for their inevitable war. Stevenson's explosion took over every sports blog instantly, but Lopez's calm response earned massive props across the entire combat sports world. This drama forced everyone to choose sides right away, creating a huge gap between fighters who rely on pure technique and mental strength versus those hunting for cheap publicity. It became crystal clear that Stevenson's chaotic unpredictability would drive all the conversation straight through to bell time.
But I do feel it's maybe what the sport doesn't need, and yet many people are saying, no, it's great. It's great. You watch it. Everybody wants to go to that.
This smack revealed that literally anything can happen when these two gladiators occupy the same space. All those detailed game plans, tactical breakdowns, and expert predictions could vanish instantly when emotions boil over like that. Stevenson's wild explosion proved he can lose his mind completely, while Lopez demonstrated he can handle any mayhem and stay locked in. Fight fans everywhere now understand that the actual bout will hinge not only on technical skills but also on who can manage the intensity and keep their emotions in check, making everything way more dangerous and absolutely electric. Eddie Hearn's breakdown shows that despite Stevenson's clear ability, this smack drama creates major concerns about his focus and professional conduct. Debates are raging about whether his ring smarts will survive when things get heated, or if his explosive temper could totally destroy him. Lopez, who's already respected for his physical tools and tactical awareness, just scored a massive edge by maintaining composure after getting completely violated. This entire situation emphasized the vital clash between natural talent and emotional control, hinting that theological warfare might determine everything when they finally square off.
I think I don't know how good the fight will be, but I think Shakur is, again, like pound for pound, IQ wise, I think he's even up there with a Terrence and those kind of guys, you know. I think the difference with Boots is he's got the defensive mastercraft, and he also has the aggressive power to turn your lights out, and I think that's quite...
Johnny Nelson's reaction to the smack indicates that both mental readiness and physical training are getting scrutinized from every angle. Stevenson's public meltdown could expose psychological weakness that might affect his cardio and reflexes when the real action begins. Lopez keeps displaying rock-solid composure, demonstrating that proper preparation and intelligent strategy crush temporary theatrics every time. People now see Lopez not only as a skilled fighter, but as someone who can navigate total bedlam while remaining completely focused, making Stevenson's wild antics into his own strategic advantage.
In front of him. And I said, look, if you're to believe that he had the best training camp, his legs have gone. And if I've got it wrong.
Stevenson tries justifying his smack by saying it was about pushing himself and challenging his boundaries against Lopez. While he spins at his passion and hunger, that incident obviously violated all standards of professionalism, revealing his reactive personality and total absence of respectful limits. Lopez, in contrast, displayed remarkable calm and discipline under extreme disrespect, boosting his image as a measured and tactically minded warrior. Commentators and supporters have noted that maintaining psychological strength while rivals attempt to destroy your focus is absolutely vital, and Lopez's controlled reaction makes him look infinitely more ready and strategic than Stevenson's emotional explosion could ever indicate.
I wanted to push myself. I know that Teo is a tremendous fighter. I know he's on an extremely high level, and I feel like, well, I know that I can beat him, but I know that this should be a tough session, so.
Timothy Bradley Jr. points out that this smack drama goes way beyond cheap promotion. It actually exposes Stevenson's volatile and erratic character issues. After analyzing Lopez's blazing hand speed and physical gifts, he cautions that Stevenson is preparing to battle a competitor who totally gets mental combat and can exploit any psychological errors. Lopez's capacity to stay completely unruffled after getting smacked demonstrates a kind of internal power that only elite fighters truly have. The boxing community understands this as crucial education. Pure athletic ability doesn't promise success. Stevenson's hasty decisions could now play directly into Lopez's hands, giving the seasoned champion a huge mental edge.
The real. It's not gonna be an easy damn fight for Shakur Stevenson. No, it ain't gonna be an easy fight. Nope. After studying freaking Lopez yesterday, man, look, that athleticism that he got, that's...
Raleigh Romero acknowledges Stevenson's boxing talent and ring awareness, but that smack completely damaged his professional image. Every competitor can show technical brilliance, but still lose everything through emotional meltdowns, and this situation raised serious concerns about Stevenson's performance under crushing pressure. Lopez, despite getting publicly humiliated, remained perfectly steady, which demonstrates both amazing psychological toughness and tactical intelligence. Lopez noticed that competitors who can maintain concentration through all the chaos and noise often find a secret weapon. Lopez's skill at controlling violence, both his own and his opponents, confirms he's psychologically prepared to take advantage of Stevenson's dangerous impulses when everything counts inside those ropes.
Incredible fighter. Shakur's an incredible fighter. Shakur has a really high boxing IQ and a very... Shakur coming out with I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good fight. I like to see it.
Eddie Hearn compares Lopez's composure to world-class fighters like Anthony Joshua, who never crack under stress. Lopez managed to stay totally relaxed after Stevenson's smack, displaying the type of maturity and mental steel that divides championship-caliber athletes from the rest. This situation revealed the tiny margin between intelligent marketing and foolish conduct, which Stevenson clearly violated. Supporters and experts are studying how psychological control directly impacts fight results. Lopez's self-control doesn't only preserve his brand, but also creates serious mental pressure on Stevenson. This public clash confirms that battles rely equally on managing your feelings and winning psychological battles as they do on footwork, combinations, and physical conditioning.
You know, the push was, listen, we've seen worse, you know what I mean, but lively. And what followed actually was one of the few times that I've seen Anthony Joshua unravel, if you like, because normally he's very composed, but you can't be composed when a man's talking.
He emphasizes the unbelievable importance and huge pressure surrounding this battle, putting Stevenson's smack into clear context. This situation proves Stevenson completely misjudged the focus and honor that championship boxing requires. Lopez, though, confirms he understands exactly what type of fighter he's facing, mixing world-class abilities with unshakable poise. Their connected background from amateur competition through professional careers proves that Lopez is psychologically ready for whatever bizarre stunts Stevenson might pull. Analysts stress that emotional explosions rarely succeed against truly concentrated opponents, and Lopez's talent for handling stress and responding tactically keeps him as the calm, collected warrior entering this hugely awaited battle.
I had talked about this shit before it was actually official, and I'm like, cool. You know this nigga can fight, right? Cool, like, nah, bro, I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we all excited about the fight, bro. Like, we all know it's at stake. Like, we've been knowing Teofimo since we was 12 or 13 years old and amateurs, bro. Like, we all been winning nationals together. Now we're pro having to fight each other, so.
American explains exactly how dangerous Lopez gets when he's completely dialed in and prepared to war. Stevenson's smack only highlighted the brutal intensity that Lopez will deliver to this fight. He's already faced premier competition like Lomachenko and repeatedly demonstrated the capacity to make corrections and seize total command. Unlike Stevenson, who relies on fancy showmanship and sometimes loses his composure, Lopez combines technical excellence with crushing power, creating an absolutely terrifying challenge. Analysts and supporters now reference this smack situation as a psychological test that Lopez conquered without missing a beat, confirming he won't get shaken by any pre-fight circus acts. His capacity to raise his game when the heat gets turned up makes him dangerous, and competitors who dismiss his flexibility risk getting totally dominated in both ability and smarts. This incident validates that while Stevenson has gifts, Lopez's background, mental toughness, and talent for stepping up when tested position him as the clear pick in pressure cooker battles, especially when tempers start exploding.
The fight between Stevenson and Lopez, what a fight. Who wins that? Lopez. You think Stevenson? Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him, I've heard him on the pod, he bangs hard, he's a good all-round boxer, slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn up big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen him in the deep end. Look at Lopez, he's fought like Lomachenko. He's beaten some great names on the way, man.
Teddy Atlas understands the absolutely incredible excitement this clash delivers to boxing. The smack situation builds amazing theater, but it also shows a mental battle where Lopez clearly displays better emotional control. Stevenson's explosion could hurt him badly, since maintaining composure typically decides who controls the action. Analysts emphasize that while both competitors possess serious technical abilities, Lopez's background and talent staying cool under attack provides him a strategic advantage. This style matchup guarantees to be a technical masterpiece, packed with pure fire, and supporters are already bracing for explosions. Lopez has confirmed he can absorb disrespect, weather storms, and make rivals pay severely for their blunders. Stevenson's cockiness will face examination at every turn, and while his skill is undeniable, Lopez's mix of strategic genius, flawless timing, and mental armor will probably dominate when pressure peaks, especially in the intense atmosphere this press conference established.
I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations, you know, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite, they will make, you know, for electricity. I don't know if they will, But I tell you what they will make for. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, you know, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete.
Conor Benn's analysis reveals the complex aspects of this bout, particularly after the smack situation revealed Stevenson's reckless and volatile character. Though Stevenson carries a high pound-for-pound position, Lopez's capacity to manage both physical and psychological combat can't be dismissed. The press conference smack confirmed that Stevenson could seriously miscalculate what happens when you react without planning. Lopez has consistently proven he can modify during action and maintain his tactical concentration regardless of what provocations get thrown his direction. Analysts believe that victory in this war will rely not only on technical skill but also on psychological durability, and Lopez possesses a definite edge in that critical department. Conor also notes that the cocky behavior creates openings that Lopez can absolutely capitalize on. Supporters see this as a crucial test, where maintaining focus versus allowing pride to interfere will determine the entire rhythm of the contest. Lopez's background against elite-level opponents like Lomachenko provides him a solid foundation to neutralize Stevenson's attack while exploiting bad choices.
I'm backing Teo. I think he's in a hard fight. Well, it's not a taxing fight. He's in a complex fight in terms of boxing, but it's not in I won't get it more,
Playing devil's advocate, obviously, as a journalist as well, you look at pound-for-pound rankings and Shakur is a lot higher. I know you don't like Shakur, but do you not have respect for what he could do against Teofimo Lopez? Because you've dismissed him there, Conor.
No, I don't not like Shakur. I like Shakur. I'm just insulted he thinks he can come up to my weight and feel like he can just make it easy work. Or come up to my weight then. I don't not like him. I think he's a funny guy. I think he's funny looking as well.
Lamont Roach offered his prediction for the upcoming Stevenson versus Lopez showdown on the Ring Champs podcast, clearly favoring Stevenson as the probable victor. He pointed out that Stevenson's high ring IQ and strategic approach could present significant challenges that Lopez may struggle to overcome.
He a little cuckoo too, like.
Lamont Roach's viewpoint emphasizes Stevenson's pattern of psychological collapses and the real threats they pose in intense moments. The smack situation at that press conference perfectly illustrates how emotional responses can totally destroy a competitor's opportunities. Lopez keeps his cool and commits to a technique-focused strategy, revealing the stark contrast in their psychological methods. Analysts observe that in evenly matched contests, patience and the capacity to evolve become totally essential, and Lopez's ability for exploiting errors positions him perfectly against Stevenson. Supporters are discussing how Stevenson's aggressive urges could totally misfire when he meets Lopez's control and tactical intelligence. This situation also shows everyone that flashy drama can never substitute technical excellence and intelligent performance. Lopez will probably fully capitalize on Stevenson's erratic behavior, making this contest not only a measure of physical talent, but a total war of psychological power. The press conference smack has turned into a clear example of the mental edge Lopez now holds.
Like he has like a little mental lapses every once in a while. Look at the Kambosos fight. Like, that's a fight that people would never expect Kambosos to win, and he won a grueling match against him as well. So I just I don't know. I don't think he can get it done against Shakur when it comes to like because it's going to be just a skill match. I don't think he's going to try to
Conor Benn insists that regardless of Stevenson's superior pound-for-pound status, Lopez possesses the critical psychological edge and fight smarts required to claim this victory. The smack situation perfectly symbolizes Stevenson's tendency to allow feelings to drive his decisions, which can definitely be targeted by a controlled warrior like Lopez. Though Stevenson's swagger and ability are unquestionable, Conor notes that Lopez's flexibility, poise, and talent for analyzing opponents during combat provide him a stronger base for success. He stresses that raw strength alone won't ensure victory. Managing stress, dealing with mind games, and following strategies matter just as much. Lopez has repeatedly confirmed he can rise to occasions and maintain focus when others totally crumble. The press conference smack, rather than disturbing Lopez, actually exposes Stevenson's vulnerability. According to supporters and analysts everywhere, Lopez's steady, concentrated, and proven method makes him the obvious choice, while Stevenson's reactive conduct adds unnecessary danger in this extremely important showdown.
I'm back in Teo. I think he's in a hard fight. Well, it's not a taxing fight. He's in a complex fight in terms of boxing fight. It's not in a. I won't get it pretty worse.
Playing devil's advocate, obviously, as a journalist as well, you look at pound for pound rankings and Shakur is a lot higher. I know you don't like Shakur, but do you not have respect for what he could do against Teofimo Lopez? Because you dismissed him there, Connor.
No, I don't not like Shakur. I like Shakur.
The Lopez versus Stevenson battle is now completely insane, not only due to their abilities, but due to the chaos at that press conference, where Stevenson's smack generated immediate buzz and totally transformed the mental game. Lopez has confirmed repeatedly that he can remain steady under extreme stress, react intelligently to every provocation, and convert pressure into championship performance. While Stevenson's foolish decisions threaten to waste opportunities before the first round even starts, supporters are questioning whether Stevenson can maintain his cool against Lopez's measured violence and championship experience, especially considering Lopez's battles against top fighters like Lomachenko and perfect adjustments under the biggest spotlights. Every commentator and former champion observing this knows that the fight won't only be about connecting clean punches, it will be a complete battle of intelligence, timing, and psychological strength. The smack situation works as a huge red flag that Stevenson could be vulnerable to overreacting, while Lopez thrives in these situations to establish his control. Who will take charge when everything matters most inside that ring? Can Stevenson recover from his own psychological errors, or will Lopez make this into an absolute clinic of boxing perfection? Share your predictions below, jump into this argument, and tell everyone your position, because this is one war that's going to be absolutely incredible.